Om Shanti. Today we will first talk about Baba telling us that although in the Vishnu form, it is shown that Vishnu has 4 hands. And then in the 4 hands, he's holding in one hand the Swadarshan Chakra, in the second, the conch shell, third, the lotus flower, and in the 4th hand, there is the mace. And Baba says that these are your ornaments. But because you're not perfect, so I have shown it. So, in the world, it is shown in the image of your perfect form. But actually, they are your ornaments. So, have you seen that sometimes somebody has a lot of ornaments given by parents or, as gifts, or they have bought them, but they don't wear it. And if somebody has many ornaments, diamond, platinum, gold, beautiful ornaments you have, but you don't wear it, then you have the possibility of looking beautiful, but you kind of give away that possibility. So it pertains to physical ornaments. So if you have ornaments and don't wear it, and but so you could dress up, but you're not doing it, then there is the other kind. Now, on the first kind, there is always this confusion whether, you look more beautiful with ornaments or you're more beautiful with less ornaments. Because, again, people say that when you're simple, you look more beautiful. So that's there. Now, I think there is a second category of ornaments also, which people talk about these days. Like people will say, wear your smile and wear your confidence. Yes, so people say that, I have seen that when people are asked, what is the secret of your beauty, or how do you look beautiful? Then they say, I always wear my smile wherever I go, or I wear my confidence where I go. So Baba says that is also another kind of, ornaments which in the world these days, personality, people who work on elevating your personality will tell you that you should wear your smile or wear your confidence wherever you go. But Baba is talking about another kind of ornaments which are spiritual in nature. And these ornaments are not available to everybody. So, everybody has a smile, and if you work on it, you can have confidence also. And if you wear it, you look much better than you do right now. But today, Baba is talking about another kind of ornaments, which are the spiritual ornaments, which are shown in the image of Vishnu. And these ornaments, Baba says that only you Brahmins have. These ornaments nobody else has. They cannot wear it. And Baba says, the people in the world, they will tell you that if you wear this and that, you will look more beautiful. But nobody can make you wear something which can make you a deity. But Baba says, the ornaments that I'm giving you, if you wear that, you will become a deity. So Baba says these are divine ornaments. And what I'm trying to focus on is A is having the ornament, B is wearing it. So Baba is giving us these ornaments, which is which is very special because nobody apart from us has it. But the bigger question is, I have it because I am that blessed, fortunate soul. But do I wear these ornaments all the time? So let's first take the Swadershan Chakra, which is called the discus of self-realization in English. And do you know that in the world, and I remember very clearly that before Gyan, I never thought about who am I, what am I thinking, what am I doing. I only thought about who is the person in front of me, what are they doing, what are they thinking. And all my responses, all my behavior came from that place. And just think about if everything you say, do emerges from that place where you're just looking at the other and you have no idea about who you are. And I remember that when I came into Gyan, and the first time I was asked, who am I was literally bewildered. I had no idea who am I. So, and I thought, what kind of a question is this? Who am I? So who thinks about who am I? So I only think about what is outside, and who is the other, and what's going on. So that's what occupies my mind. But Baba today says that, this discuss of self-realization, and you not only know yourself in your spiritual form, but you know yourself in all your glory, how elevated, how divine you were in the deity kingdom, and what part you have played in the last cycle with God, and how worship worthy you are, and that you are the one angel that everybody is calling out to. So Baba says, I have given you a whole idea of who you are, who you have been, and who you are about to be. And Baba says, if you just kept churning this inside you, who am I really? And who have I been, in Satyug Treta Yuga? So just think about your capacity of purity and love that existed in the golden age, or think about the spiritual qualities and powers that Baba has given you knowledge about, or think about how Baba is telling me that I am the one who has always been Baba's right hand in, removing everybody, every soul from this world of sorrow and taking them to the world of happiness. And I am the angel that Baba is creating to relieve this world of pain and sorrow. So Baba says, if you just kept thinking about who you are, then all your behavior would stem from that place. And your behavior will not be coming from a place where you think, who is the other person, or how are they behaving, or what are they talking, or what is the situation. Because your behavior always has to emerge from your place of knowing who you are. But unfortunately, we have given away that power. And that is why Maya is able to come from that place, how does Maya come? So the doorway to Maya is these 5 questions, kab, kyaun, kaha, kaise, kyun. Yes, so what, why, how, when, where. So these are the questions that open the doorway to Maya. But when you are in self-realization, you are not interested in what, when, how, where, when, or how, what, or where. So Baba says you are not interested in those questions. You are only interested in who you are, and you behave according to you. You do you, despite the situation. So Baba says, The situation, the person in front doesn't matter at all. So Baba says this Swadershan Chakra is such a big instrument, such a big yantra, such a big, this, um, what do you say, weapon, which can kill every, which can, defeat Maya and kill every stroke of Maya. But Baba says, this Swadershan Chakra you have, but are you using it? This is your ornament, but are you using it? Are you rotating this Swadershan Chakra enough? Are you spinning it enough so that you seat yourself in self-realization? And when there is self-realization, then every behavior, every thought is a product of self-realization. Then the situation, the other doesn't matter. So Baba says, I have given you this ornament. And when I was little and we used to go for Durga Puja, and I used to see those ornaments that, so, those in the picture of Ma Durga, she's holding these, this conch shell and Swadershan Chakra, and she has a sword also, and these stuff. So I used to wonder, why should a deity have all of these? She has such a sweet smile, and then she has a hand of blessing. And then on the opposite side, there are these things. But then when I came to Gyan, I came to know that this is not what the deity holds, but this is what you have to hold to become a deity. So this is why Baba says that when you become a deity, you will not be having a Swadershan Chakra. There will be no Maya. You don't have to kill it. But in order to become a deity, you have to be a Brahmin. And in this Brahmin age, in this Brahmin birth, this is what you do to become a deity. You fight this internal war. And all those stories you heard about deities killing demons with, that trishul and that sword, that's not about physically killing a demon, because deities won't kill bodies. So, so Baba says, and it is not deities who kill, it is you Brahmins who kill Maya by rotating this Swadershan Chakra, spinning this Swadershan Chakra in your mind. So Baba says all the stories of, deities killing demons are associated with this Sangam Yuga. And now Navratras are approaching. So it is all the more important that we understand this and share this with everybody, that, you need to hold this Swadershan Chakra, which means you have to look inside and remind yourself of who you are, so that any Maya that is coming to you in the form of questions about how big the situation is, or how bizarre or weird the other person's behavior is, you are able to overcome that by seating yourself on the seat of self-realization. So this is the first ornament. So today, just hold on to this ornaments, all the four of them all day, and just move with your fully ornamented form whole day. So the second one is the conch shell. And Baba says that, physically, very few people know how to blow the conch shell. And yesterday there was an occasion where in the center we were blowing the conch shell, and in that, so we figured out that only two students knew how to do that. But Baba says that here, this conch shell of knowledge, only you of all the souls in the world know how to do this. And, whenever there is an auspicious occasion in bhakti, they blow the conch shell. But Baba says that is just a memory of what you're doing right now. And Baba says, if you want to change the atmosphere and the environment in any way, anywhere, what you do is you blow the conch shell. That is, you share gyan. So Baba says, gyan is the conch shell. And blowing the conch shell means sharing Baba's knowledge through your mouth. And Baba says, when you do that, then you change hearts, you change atmospheres. That is the auspicious act of blowing the conch shell that you have to do. So Baba says, in your mind, so the ornament of the mind is the Swadershan chakra. The ornament of the mouth is the conch shell. So if you hold the Swadershan chakra in your mind, then your mind will always stay pure and beautiful. And if you hold the ornament of the conch shell in your mouth, then your mouth will always speak knowledgeful words. Your mouth will stay pure, and your mouth will do seva, and your mouth will bring beauty into your life. And then Baba says, the third ornament is the lotus flower. And the lotus flower stands for, staying detached and loving, staying pure while living in the household. Now, Baba says in Satyug, nobody needs to lead life like a lotus flower because there everybody is pure. So, the significance of a lotus is in muddy water. Yes, so a lotus is relevant when it is in muddy water because its quality to stay detached from the muddy water and stay untouched despite the dirt around is what is appreciated. And Baba says, right now, look around you. There is so much of vibration of impurity, and everything that you see here is emerging from five vices. And then in this kind of a world, you have to hold on to your purity of life. So Baba says, the Shrimad that I'm giving you, the Shrimad of Amrit Vela, the Shrimad of eating pure food, the Shrimad of listening to daily Murli, the Shrimad of staying introverted, the Shrimad of staying in Baba's remembrance, the Shrimad of having a chart, yes, the Shrimad of being celibate. So Baba says, if you follow all these Shrimad, then you develop this beautiful capacity like that of a lotus. And that is the capacity of purity. And in that capacity, when you are following Srimad, you develop that capacity and you have the ability to stay untouched by the environment, come what may. So Baba says, just hold this ornament. This is your, so when you're leading life, so when you're talking, remember, I have a conch shell. When you're thinking, remember, I have a Swadershan chakra. And when we are moving about through the day, in day-to-day activities, remember that I'm sitting on a lotus seat. I have the ability to not get affected by the environment. Just wear this ornament. So, you have this ornament, but wear it. So, just like I told you that sometimes you have an ornament, but wearing it is about being conscious about it. So, Baba says, I have given you the ability, the knowledge, the understanding to how to stay detached and loving in an impure environment. But you have to remember it and behave accordingly. So, this is what holding on to the lotus flower means. And do you know that it is a very interesting fact then that when lotus appear on the surface, they appear very clean and they appear like they are totally detached. And even if it's a family of lotus, you see that they are all, stranded. They are not like close to each other. One lotus is here, another is apart. So they're all very blooming, very in a very stranded manner. But if you look deeper, the truth is that all the lotus are connected in the root. So when you look inside the water, so the roots of those lotus flowers are all connected. So Baba says, you mustn't forget this secret also, that, this connection with Baba and this connection with our divine family. So every day when we sit together and read Baba's Murli or listen to Baba's Murli, and when we sit together, reflect on Baba's versions, and when we sit together and remember Baba, so this relationship with Baba and relationship with the family is what makes us capable to bloom independently. So, in order to shine independently, bloom independently, we have to stick together. So, if there is no class, if there is no sharing, then I wonder whether we would be able to do great individually. But because there is this association, there is this family, there is this divine family, where of course Baba is the most important, the head of the family. But also then there is this Brahmin family where we connect, share, learn, teach, grow together. So Baba says this is also very important for you to have a lotus-like life together. So this is something. And then the fourth ornament is the mace. And you see, the mace is tilted downwards. It's like it has its head down. So the mace is the symbol of power, but power with humility. So, earlier so earlier the language we used to speak was, I can't say no, I can't do this, I can't wake up in the morning, I can't meditate, if somebody is rude to me, I just can't, tolerate it. Or if somebody is asking something politely, I understand that they are manipulating me, I don't have the power to say no. Or even if something is very important to me, and somebody is asking me to give that up, I don't have the power to say no. So Baba says, no, you must have the power to do the right thing, and you must have the power to say no to what is not the right thing to do. So these are both the powers that we should have. Let's say you understand that spending money on something that is waste is not good. But there is a group of friends and they are collecting money for something, which you think is a wasteful expenditure, and they are forcing you. So you understand that that will create your karma. So you should have the ability to say no, the power to say no. And that's important. Or somebody is coercing you to waste your time. Let's say you are not interested in watching a movie, but somebody is telling you 100 times that you come with me, I'm alone, let's watch it together, let's go together. Or let's say shopping or something else, which you understand according to Gyan that it's a waste of time, energy, money. But then somebody's forcing you. So then you should have the ability to say no. But how do you say no? Say no politely. Yes, say no with humility. And you could give any reason, you could give any yukti, but Baba says just say no with humility. And that is the way, that is the power that Baba says. So, we have the power to do the right thing with humility. So we have the power to use our time and thought and money and energy in according to Baba's Srimad, and not be arrogant about it. Because, in the world, people don't have the power to say no to the wrong thing, and they don't have the power to do the right thing with humility. Because somehow, I don't know how this weird programming has come, but whenever you do something right, you are arrogant about it. And whenever somebody forces you to do the wrong thing, you give into it. That's how we have been living. But Baba says, no, don't do the wrong thing, do the right thing, and do both with humility. So even when you're asked, when you don't want to engage in something which you, in your understanding, is not the right thing to do, don't start, abusing the other person about having bad choices, and, telling them and calling them out that you are doing the wrong thing and I'm on the right path. Don't start doing that. So you stick to your path with humility. With politeness, you can say, no, I won't be able to do that. But, while being polite, be very assertive also. So, there is assertiveness, there is discernment that I don't want to do this. There is a decision that I'm not going to do it. There is assertiveness, and there is humility and politeness. So that is the symbol of a mace. And then when you understand that something is the right thing to do, using your time, thought, energy, wealth, and seva is the right thing to do, then even when challenges come, you must have the power to say, face those challenges. And then when you're able to do it, you must not get arrogant about it. So Baba says, this is how we have the fourth ornament. And Baba says, wear these ornaments. These are your ornaments, very unique, very special. And, you are the only one privileged to have them, because nobody in the world has them. So wear them. Don't leave for the day. So as soon as you get up, just remind yourself of these ornaments, wear them. So, people say that when you go out, you shouldn't go just like that. You should wear your ornaments and go. These days, they say the opposite. But earlier, they used to say that. So people used to say, it's a matter of pride if our daughter-in-law doesn't wear ornaments and go. Yes. So Baba says that you must understand that if you want to stay in your spiritual pride, wear these ornaments early in the morning and keep checking them whether they are in place all day. And if you keep doing this, then these will make you a deity, and you will be a fully adorned, fully ornamented deity in the very near future. And I found the slogan also today very interesting, because Baba today says, in order to be double light, become a destroyer of obstacles. Now you see, being a destroyer of obstacles is not about, it is not about destroying obstacles when they come. So when Baba says being a destroyer of obstacles, it is kind of a position you are in. It's kind of a status. It's like a title that you are the destroyer of obstacle. And you have to build that stage. So destroyer of obstacle is a stage. And Baba says, if you are in that stage, then you will always be double light. It's not about, obstacles coming and you fighting through them and winning over them. No. if you are in that stage, then the obstacle will always be lesser than your powerful stage. But how can you be in that stage? So, Ganesha in mythology is known as Vigan Vinashak, the destroyer of obstacles. Now, who is Ganesha? Ganesha is Shiva's child. Yes, and Shiva is shown as Shankar in mythology. And his head was replaced by the head of an elephant. So, can you see who are we? I am actually Shiv Baba's child, not figuratively, and my head is replaced by a wise head. So it is called as wise as an elephant. Yes, and so this head that has been given to me is a wise head. Now Baba has given me the buddhi, which makes me very wise. And Baba says, if you're full of wisdom and then you listen carefully, big ears you have, yes, and you have small eyes because you ignore the weaknesses in others. You only focus on that which is important. If you have all these qualities that Baba is giving you, if you are creating that stage of a Vigan Vinashak by following Srimad, then Baba says your stage will ensure that the obstacle is always less in power than you. And then you will always stay double light. Double light means you are light. Light means not heavy in your inner being. And second is you are radiating light. So everybody receives, everybody is able to see the path through you. And then you are always light in your internal state. And then Baba today talks about bhog. And Baba says that, so Baba is talking about food and purity of food, which is very important. But first, Baba says that, Brahma Bhojan can relieve us of all our pain and sorrow. But do you know that Brahma Bhojan is food prepared in Shiv Baba's Bhandara? So, and Bhandara means treasure store. So when everything that I call mine is surrendered to Baba and there is nothing mine. So when the body, mind, wealth is all surrendered to Baba, then what you call the home becomes the treasure store, becomes Shiv Baba's Bhandara. And in that home, no, whatever problems come, they will be defeated and there will be never any scarcity. But Baba says, don't have that sense of I and mine in that home. Make it Shiv Baba's Bhandara. Now, the interesting thing is, I've seen children who say that, we offer bhog at home, but I have never seen those children send anything to the center to be offered as bhog to Baba. Now you see, when you do not contribute any part of your bhandara into Baba's bhandara, which means if you are not making some part of your bhandara as Baba's bhandara, and you are not making your treasure store a part of Shiv Baba's treasure store, then it is very unlikely that your bhandara at home has any power. So Baba says you cannot cook Brahma Bhojan without Shiv Baba's bhandara. And if you partake a part of your body, mind, and wealth, at least, if not completely, if you contribute something or the other to the sustenance of the big Bhandara, which is Baba's centers, Madhuban. Only then, the Bhandara at home becomes Shiv Baba's Bhandara. And so this is how you make your Bhandara Shiv Baba's Bhandara. And then Baba says, anybody who eats, so Baba says, it is said that all the sorrow and pain of those who eat from that treasure store are removed. And Baba says, untimely death takes place here. Anybody who comes to the treasure store of Shiv Baba, the purifier will become pure. So not only all sorrow will be removed, but eating from Shiv Baba's Bhandara will ensure that we become pure also. But pay attention to the method of how do you create Shiv Baba's Bhandara at home. This is why this is called Brahma Bhojan, of which there is great praise. Very good yoga is also needed. So first thing is, you become part of Shiv Baba's Bhandara. You contribute to by body, mind, and wealth into the larger yajna. Second thing is, when you're cooking at home also, you be a yogi and cook in Baba's remembrance. Baba says, prepare food and eat it in a state of yoga. Now, pay attention, not just prepare food in yoga, but eat food in yoga also. And Baba says, you will make a great deal of progress. Such food is filled with a lot of power. So when you are in remembrance of Baba, while cooking and accepting food, then that food is filled with a lot of power. You receive a great deal of power if you eat in a state of yoga, and you also remain healthy. Baba himself says, who says? Brahma Baba, I eat in remembrance as though Baba and I are eating together. However, I still forget Baba. And you know what Baba says? Sometimes children, when they sit for food, they remember me. They also, offer bhog to me. And they will say, Baba, eat this dal and rice, and I'm having it with you. But after that, when they eat toli or they eat a mango, they forget me. Or when they drink tea, they forget me. So Baba says, in every morsel, when you accept the food, every morsel of the food, you should eat it in Baba's remembrance. And that will fill it with power and keep you healthy also. So Baba says the body has to be shed in remembrance of the Father alone. There should be no choking. Baba says, when you stay in remembrance of Baba, you receive peace and you also become healthy. The food becomes pure. Okay? So this is about the attention we have to pay on making our Bhandara, Shiv Baba's Bhandara, and then cooking in yoga, eating in yoga. And then in every morsel, not forgetting to be in remembrance of Baba. Okay? Om Shanti.